everybody? It's your boy DJ Arco.
And I am the queen, and you're tuned in to Boss Talk.
And today we have another one of our special guests who
Mm.
actually is here with us today in the studio, kind of
Mhm.
by luck,
Yeah,
but we
by
great.
fate.
Yeah, well,
By
yeah, there you
fate.
go, by fate. And we're excited to have him. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. Should we introduce you, or do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Leo White, the one wheel roller.
There you
Woo!
go. We got Leo White in the building. So how's
Yeah.
everything going, man?
Going beautiful. It's a blessing to be here. I'm glad to be here. H Town. It's been a while since I've been here,
Mhm.
and it's hot as I don't know what, but
It's only 90.
oh, it's scorching. It's scorching out there. But yeah, I'm glad to be here.
So we're gonna start it off how we always do, and that's by asking how long have you been skating and when did you start skating?
Okay, I've been skating for 45 years. I started at the age of 6, and what got me into skating was roller derby. So we had a roller derby team called the St. Louis Thunderbirds, T-Birds.
Mhm.
We shared that with another city, Los Angeles,
Mhm.
California. Well, down in Cali, LA. So they would go back and forth every other weekend. They would, venture back and forth between the two cities, and we would go every time they would show up. We'll go to the event. It was at the Kill. So at the age of 6, me and my little brother, we would be out there in the stands, eating our little popcorn,
Get your popcorn ready.
the Jack in the Box
That's
popcorn with the
right.
prizes and the cotton
Mhm.
candy, and you had the
They need to
soda.
bring those back.
I
I miss
know.
that. That was good.
Yes, indeed, boy. And watching them go around that go around that little circle or that little rink, knocking people over the balusters and
Mm,
everything. It was crazy.
mm.
And that inspired you to want to skate or roller derby or roller skate?
That just that inspired us to want to skate.
Okay.
You know, uh, not I didn't know that wrestling was actually a part of it.
So when did you start to really like dive into skating and it was like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be the coldest at it and
Mm.
rest is gonna be history.
Okay, well, first, okay, so me and my brother, we used to skate back in the backyard, um, doing roller derby.
Right.
Just doing what
Mhm.
we seen done at the Kill. And
It was
one
roller
field
derby
trip.
called the Kill. It was
No, it's that's the name of the building. The Kill.
Oh, okay.
The Kill. It's we say the Kill short for the Kill Auditorium.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Like that sounds
I,
brutal. That sounds like a gladiator type thing.
and okay, so yeah, we were skating in the backyard, uh, roller derby,
Mhm.
and so I'm thinking that I can skate. So we had a field trip. My 5th grade field trip was the first time I was introduced to a roller rink.
Mhm.
Mm.
Okay, and not I was kind of geeked up on going skating because I'm like, okay, yeah, I know how to skate.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so on
Your backyard skills.
yeah, my backyard skills. So when I went, and mind you, there's other kids that have been skating and they've been to the roller
Right.
rink. So they are doing something totally different from what I'm doing. I'm thinking I'm going to get down and do my thing and turn
Mhm.
around and end up being, okay, they end up showing me something.
Right.
So I'm like, whoa, what's this? What y'all doing?
Yeah, yeah.
So it was more like organized skating with them, artistic. Well, not really artistic, but
Mhm.
but urban style of skating.
Right.
How we do it here in how we did it in St. Louis.
Right.
Mhm.
So um, that took me into a different element and made me um, go to my parents and ask them, okay, so what's this roller skating rink about?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And my father, he grew up skating,
Mhm.
so it was in his blood. So actually the I'm a offset of him, an offspring of him when it come down
Mhm.
to the skating thing. So
Okay.
it was passed on from him to me.
Mhm.
And he took us up there family skating sessions, and every week we would go to the skating rink, and we had to make sure that we did good in school, and made sure we didn't get in no trouble, or else we wouldn't be at the skating rink.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
I couldn't see no girls.
Oh, okay. So now the truth comes out about the inspiration.
Inspiration,
Of
girls, absolutely.
But what's funny is that we've actually heard that a couple of times from
Yeah,
people.
from
Yeah,
guys.
we actually just had interviewed B1, and he said one of his thing
B1.
Yeah,
yeah,
the
man,
girls.
shoot,
That's where you find the
yeah,
girls.
yeah, with girls.
Exactly.
But then that skate bug caught him and
Yep.
Yeah.
everything, and then
And it took
that's what
you
it was.
into another element where you realize that, hey, if I develop this skill, the girl's gonna come.
So
That
you honed
that
the
is true.
skill.
That is true.
You see how this goes, people, right?
Yeah, I'm letting the secret out the bag. Yeah. So once I realized that, it was more to skating than just putting on a pair of skates and
Mhm.
allowing yourself to just skate fast and
Yeah,
bump into folks and all.
yeah.
Um, that took me to another element. I was very curious about it. Um, that's when I came across my mentors,
Mhm.
Right.
like Brian Morris. He was he was the first one that I ever seen
Mhm.
actually take off the back wheels
Mhm.
and
Hmm.
was skating on the front two wheels,
Mhm.
and that was back in the '70s.
Mhm.
Wow.
So, and he I mean, national. He took second place in the national skating competition. I think that was in California, I
Mhm.
believe.
Mhm.
And we had Lisa Boyd, Joe Hill, Big George, Kevin Brown, Hollywood, Lisa Boyd. These are Dwayno. These are quite a few of my mentors that I have rolled up in me. So
Mhm.
it's like
Hmm.
I study from each and every last one of them,
Hmm.
Mhm.
including some of the ones that I haven't announced. And I'm sorry because I just don't have the time. Uh, we pressing for time. So
So all of y'all know you're still in the heart.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. Blame it. So yeah, so I developed their skills,
Mhm.
and then I also had my own,
Mhm.
and that manifested
Mhm.
into who I am
Yeah.
now.
And what's unique about you is
Hmm.
that you're one of a handful, not even a
Not a
handful,
handful.
of skaters who
One.
have a unique style
Mhm.
of skating. And as you mentioned with your mentor, he took his back wheels off.
Yes.
So, but with you,
You
you
went
not
a
only
step
took your
further.
back wheels off, you took three of your wheels off. So you just floating around on one wheel, So what made you do that? I know you said that your mentor, was he the one that kind of coaxed you into do it, or was it something you were just like, you know what, man,
That would be
okay,
dope.
I can outdo this. I'm gonna do one wheel, you know.
No, what actually happened was I was doing skating competition. So I was undefeated for like 15 years straight throughout the country. And people actually got tired of seeing me win.
Mm.
And they wanted for somebody to step up to the plate to either give me a challenge or to beat me.
Mhm.
And it actually took place in Atlanta when I had an actual skate off.
Mhm.
And I was actually looking at the person that I was going up against as I was skating against him, and I
Size
was
them
like,
up. You
"Yeah,
size them up.
yeah, yeah." So, so I'm looking. I'm like, "Man, ain't no way in the world this cat here gonna beat me,"
Hmm.
and so on. And I'm like, "Man, if they nah." So I wanted to make sure that I was gonna
Yeah.
win this. I went all out, even
Mhm.
if that meant me
Hmm.
hurting myself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was gonna make sure I get that $100 and that trophy.
I'm gonna break my leg, but I'm gonna have
I'm gonna
$100.
have my $100. It's gonna pay a bill. So I won and I kept my undefeated streak. And when I got back home, I got down on my knees and prayed and asked the Lord to bless me with a talent that would separate me from the best of the best. So when He installed in me to actually do the one wheel,
Hmm.
I accepted it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay. So I started developing or putting together a blueprint for it,
Mm-hmm.
and I went from 8 wheels to 4 wheels, meaning that I went over to the side, tilted to the side,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and I was skating on the inner 2 wheels on my right foot and the outer 2 wheels on my left foot.
Mhm.
And I was doing everything that I can possibly do on those, crazy leg spin,
Mm-hmm.
you name it, even skating backwards. I
Mm-hmm.
did it.
Mhm.
Wow.
Um, then I uh, got up on the 2 wheels, then the front 2 wheels,
Mm-hmm.
then I tilted over to the side.
Mhm.
And I said, oh, okay, I can do this too. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I started doing crazy legging and spinning and doing all that. And next thing you know, I said, okay, well, let me take it a step further and see if I take off the backs and I take off one wheel in the front,
Mhm.
if I'll be able to do that. Well, yeah, I did it, but the
Mhm.
axle kept scraping the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, my mind, I said, okay, Lord, let me cut this axle off.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Not thinking that, okay, well, if I cut the axle off, we'll probably fall off.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But it didn't. It was mended onto the truck.
Okay.
So I was able to skate on the one wheels like that, and I've been skating like that ever since. It's
Mm-hmm.
like that just opened up a new world to me,
Mhm.
period.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I remember speaking to you about before is that when you're on all four wheels, your weight and your pressure is
Mm-hmm.
mainly distributed,
Yes,
But
Mm.
when you go to two wheels, your weight is adjusted to your two front wheels.
yes.
And now you went to one wheel. Now your weight is not just to the
Yeah.
front, but it's to the front, to the
On
To
that,
the
left,
right
or
or
to the
right.
right.
right,
So
exactly.
So I would imagine that will put a lot of strain on your trucks itself or the skates.
mm.
It can. And I mean, especially if you do it a lot.
Mhm.
So, which I don't, but it's, you have to learn how to uh, um, what's the word? You have to learn how to distribute your weight.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
got you.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and also you have to be real relaxed
Hmm.
as you're doing it. So your middle part of your body, your middle section, your midsection, your
Hmm.
waist, and
Mm-hmm.
everything going to be
Hmm.
relaxed.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's going to be stiff. Your
Hmm.
your lower part of your body going to be relaxed, like your
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
legs going to be relaxed. Your
Mm-hmm.
shoulders and arms going to be relaxed,
Hmm.
or it might be vice versa.
Hmm.
So
Uh-huh.
you have to, and then on top of that, it's all about how your stance.
Hmm.
So you you can't have you can't be straight up and have your legs together
Hmm.
and tilted towards the floor without falling over. So
Right.
you have to position yourself like as if you are guarding somebody, you
Mm-hmm.
playing football or you playing basketball, you trying
Mm-hmm.
to check somebody. So
Hmm.
you have to spread your legs out a little bit
Hmm.
to get that
Yeah.
balance.
Yeah.
So your dexterity and balance got to be on
Oh, it
point.
got to be on point.
And I imagine your calf muscles
Ah,
probably like
calves.
Popeye right now. Cause them calf muscles gotta be hard.
Well, I have a question since you're on one wheel, like, and I guess it's the pressure, like, so it's just you got corns.
No, no,
Ladies need
no,
to know stuff
my,
like that.
He got one swole,
no.
big old toe. Big toe, real swole.
Believe it or not,
So the people
my
want to come
feet,
behind you.
yeah, my feet are actually I get compliments on my feet.
Okay.
So I'm
Oh,
like,
okay. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that sweat's moisturizer.
yeah,
That's
that,
what that is. Be real soft.
keep it with you all. I mean, wherever you go.
I heard it, lady. He got soft feet.
That's right. Ooh.
hey, hey, it's a pleasure. It's pleasant to look at too.
Mm.
So
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So
I
and it
you
don't have an
you
odor to it
foot
either.
freak.
He put a lot of plugs in there.
I gotta pump my feet.
They smell good. They soft.
Yes.
They in
Look, that's his
proportion.
money maker. What you talking
Hey
about?
Exactly.
man. Hey.
I
Have you
gotta
ever
put
thought about
insurance on it.
insuring your?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm working on it.
Oh man, that is hilarious. That's hilarious. Now, there was a point in time, and we spoke about this earlier again too, is that where you had hair.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
mentioned that you had that kind of Black Panther Killmonger thing going
Yeah.
on with the
Yeah.
hair, you know.
Mhm.
So, and you actually gave us an interesting story behind that. So,
Yeah.
I would love for you to share that.
Yes,
He
we
Yeah,
got
got
a
the
picture.
picture. He,
yeah. Okay.
was you in Black Hair
Yeah.
magazine or Hype Hair or anything
No,
like
it was. Oh, I
that?
know, right? You went Johnson and Johnson didn't come.
Yeah,
Look at this,
we got
y'all.
Wow.
the African
Wow.
Salvia shop. So I'm
Okay.
Wow.
down here at the bottom in the corner here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
So,
hey. Kind of got that Rick James. Give me
I
two
know.
dollars.
oh.
Give me $2.
Yeah. So the story behind that is basically I had uh, a ultimate goal. My ultimate goal was to either do commercials, movies, or and go overseas.
Mhm.
So um, as long as I was able to accomplish or achieve one of those,
Mhm.
I didn't accomplish the goal, and it would be time for me to cut my hair. But
Uh-huh.
during that time, as long as I'm achieving one of those ultimate goals,
Mhm.
Mhm.
that's trials and tribulations. So
Mhm.
as long as it's growing, that's just showing how long it took for me to
Mhm.
get to one of my goals.
Mm.
Right.
So, and I started from twisties.
Okay.
So I didn't have it. I went from not having any hair to growing a little afro to
Mhm.
going into twisties.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And from twisties, I maintenance it and kept it going until I actually achieved one of my goals.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
it was all the way down his back, y'all. If you look at the Riverfront Times, I had
Yeah,
to look at the article twice. I was like, wait a minute, it's not the guy, not the guy.
yeah. The Riverfront Times.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
upside down on my one wheels,
Mm.
and I actually hit the front cover of that.
Yes.
Mhm.
So and they made me the feature write up. This was
Yeah.
back in 2002,
Mhm.
October 2002.
Yep.
Um, say the one wheel roller, King of the Rink, Leo White is ready for prime time, but is prime time ready for him?
And it
Mm.
wasn't.
Mm.
No, they wasn't
Still
ready.
not. I
They
don't
still
think
not
it's
ready.
still ready.
They
It's
not
not
ready.
ready.
They not ready. So I tried to
How old were you then? I'm just saying, 'cause I'm looking at those pictures. I'm like, man,
2002.
he's
Yeah.
swole. He got
I know.
the dreads and everything, and I'm looking at my head like I'm losing hair. So I ain't doing something right.
Look at that. Look at that.
right. So I'm like,
Wow.
That's Killmonger.
Killmonger.
Yep.
That's
Exactly.
right. That's right.
Exactly.
And so each of
man,
those goals, you said, as you reach those goals, it puts your mindset and your growth was associated with the different goals that you had in mind. And then
right.
what was the ultimate goal where you decided that, okay, now it's time. I've reached that plateau and I'm ready to shed my locks.
Oh well, I mean that happened
Yeah.
as soon as I did the roll bounce.
Mhm.
Okay.
So the roll bounce movie, because that was a feature movie.
Right.
Mhm.
So basically, what happened there was I went underground for a while. So I wanted to leave the set, the national scene for a minute, and reinvent myself.
Yeah.
And one of my partners by the name of D Nice, who has D Nice Entertainment, um, Nikki from skatecrew.com at the
Mhm.
Mhm.
time,
Mhm.
uh, was in touch with what is Tommy's name? The guy that actually did the documentary for the Eight Wilson some Soul Brother music.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Tyrone.
Tyrone
Tyrone.
Dixon,
Mhm.
yeah, Tyrone Dixon put a APB out. Him and Nikki
Mhm.
put an APB out on me and
Mhm.
got in
Mhm.
touch with D Nice. D Nice uh, got in touch with me and told me that hey, Tyrone Dixon and Nikki them was looking for you.
Mhm.
Nikki wants you to
Mhm.
call her up and everything. So I did that, and she told me, hey, you need to come to this party in Chicago. I said, yeah, I was planning on coming to that. So as I arrived at the party, um, I seen Tyrone coming out. He on both arms he had two fine,
Here we
fine.
go. Here we go, people. Y'all listening? How this comes full circle.
I'm like, man.
About the ladies, the ladies.
I said, my boy. Yeah, so he's, we spotted one another, and he said, "Hey, look, I'm about to be leaving. I think he was getting into, I don't know if it was a limo or a dark SUV or something, but he was getting into some high profile car, and he was telling me, he said, "Hey, look, what you doing? Such and such dates." I said, "Nothing now."
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Well, look, I want you to come up here. I want you to be in this. We're doing something. We're doing a project up here. We're finna do a skate thing, a movie." I said, "Cool, I'm in."
Mhm.
So um, I went up there, and I got with DeVries and all of them,
Mm-hmm.
and I was an extra on there. Far as I still yet want to see exactly. Okay, so I was over there by DMC, the
Mhm.
DJ booth,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So this is a funny story with that. Okay, so I'm over there practicing, uh, preparing for when they get ready to do the skate scene, and I put on my one wheel skates,
Mm-hmm.
and Bow Wow was in there practicing, and the guys was scattered a little bit everywhere. So he seeing me over here practicing on my one wheels, he
Mhm.
came over to me and said, "You skate like that?" He had a frown on his face, like he was puzzled. "You skate like
Mm-hmm.
that?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Do something." So
Mhm.
I did something,
Yeah.
and he said, and then he called his boys over, the ones that was in there. So he called his boys over. He said, "Hey man, y'all check this out." So they say, "You skate like that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Watch what he do." And I did something else. The next thing you know, here come Tyrone with uh what's the name, Lee, what's Spike Lee
Mm-hmm.
nephew, Malcolm Lee.
Macaulay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, came over with Malcolm Lee, and so Malcolm Lee, he was like, to me, he got that little arrogant type of
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
thing to himself. So he asked me, he said, "What's so special about him?"
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Bauer said, "Look down at his feet."
Mhm.
He said, "Oh, so so you skate like that?" He said, "Yeah, he cold. So I did a little something for him. Next
Mhm.
thing you know, he said, "Okay, it's gonna be a camera over there. It's gonna be a camera right there. It's gonna be a camera over here. We're gonna have one that's gonna get you full shoulder. We're gonna get you, full length. We're gonna have
Mhm.
one on you that's gonna be mid,
Mhm.
and we're gonna have one on you that's gonna be on your feet."
Mhm.
So I'm like, "Okay, cool." I'm all excited and
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
And I'm over there in front of DMC,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and he looking down. He's like, he giving me the
Mm-hmm.
thumbs up and everything. I'm like, "Yeah." So I did everything I had to do there. Then we
Mhm.
had the special effects that we had to do, like towards, like at the end of the movie,
Yeah.
Mhm.
they give you the special effects, so
Mm-hmm.
therefore we can get a chance to actually shine and show what we could
Right.
really do.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh man, I put it down just like everybody. Look, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
I did it with my quad skates, and I turned
Yeah.
around, took those off, put on my one wheels, and I
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
started when they okay. So they had like a train, a soul train line where
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
you go down the middle and put your best foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I had my one wheels on. I flipped from the beginning to the end, to
Hey. Hey.
going around the curve, past the camera, and everything. I kept it going. So, man, I was looking for all that to be in the
Yeah.
video
Yeah.
footage or in the
Yeah.
film,
Mhm.
and I didn't see nothing. I was like hurt.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
said, "Well, I got paid for
Yeah.
Hey.
it."
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
And I said, "Well, my comrades can also vouch for me on things too, with
Yeah.
it
Mhm.
too. So it's
Mhm.
like they know that I was there
Yeah.
and etc." And I realized that, okay, well, that would I would stand all the way out. It would throw the whole
Right.
movie off
Right.
if
Mhm.
they showed me with the one wheels and Bow
Mm-hmm.
Wow going up against old
Right.
boy with.
And
Right.
you
Yeah.
cannot
Yeah.
outshine the
Yeah. Nah,
star.
you
They
can't.
paying them
So
too much money for
yes.
them
Yeah.
to do what they
So
do.
Mhm.
again, they weren't
Mhm.
ready for you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
weren't ready for you.
I mean, it's
Nope.
for good outtakes though. They did
Yeah.
outtakes or something like that. That
Yeah.
was
Definitely.
yeah, because I don't think they did anything like that, did they?
No, they
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah, it didn't
Oh,
They
show us. I
oh,
didn't.
remember watching the movie, and seeing all the skaters. I'm like, yep, I know them, I know them, I
Yeah.
know them, I know them. And the funny thing is that when they were doing it, me and some of my skate partners,
Mhm.
this is when I was
Mhm.
in Wisconsin.
Mhm.
They told us about it, but they told us about it that day. I'm
Right,
like,
right,
I
right.
can't get up there right now, man. Come on, man. So
Yeah,
I was disappointed, but I did go to the movie premiere in New York, and I was able to
Oh,
skate on the red carpet and see the movie.
oh,
yeah,
nice.
That was pretty dope. Fun
yeah.
fact about me.
That's what's up.
But
That's what's
anyway,
up.
so I've been around for a while. But now with your skating, okay, have you had any type of injuries or anything like that? Being on one
No,
wheel, I mean,
no.
we know your toes is fine. They ain't
Yeah,
broke or nothing like that.
that's
And you got
right.
pretty
Ankles
toes.
fine, knees
So,
fine,
Yeah.
everything's fine.
mhm,
What I will tell you, it will do. It would enhance your skill level. It would give you better endurance because you're going to be sweating your butt off
mhm,
Mm.
because you're going to be so focused on staying up,
mhm,
and then once you get the gist of staying up and everything and moving around, then you're gonna want to expand out and
mhm,
start learning different types of moves with it and see what type of spins or if you can lift a leg up
mhm,
or
mhm.
whatever you
Say whatever you want to add to the repertoire.
right.
Yeah, yeah, because really, I mean, you down to one wheel, you can't do nothing else than that unless you get some hoverboard skates or something, and then you just hovering everywhere. I
Right, right.
mean,
I had more injuries on quad skates than I've had on any.
wow,
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 that's
I,
very
wow.
I
interesting.
dislocated both ankles at different times.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now
Okay.
it's at different times, and
Yeah.
I skated on each one. I
Mhm.
mean, I skated during that time when my ankles was
Yeah. Yeah.
dislocated. I
Hmm.
still skated.
Yeah.
I wrapped them up
Yeah,
and
when you're young, you can do stuff like that.
Well, yeah, you can. Yeah, yeah. Once you hit that 30 mark, it's all downhill from there. But but we actually spoke with Tina Two Wheels,
Mhm.
and we were asking her about the physical demand on the body,
Yeah.
on being on those front wheels.
Mhm.
Well, for you, it's front wheel. But
Hmm.
for you, what's been the hardest part in doing that?
Physically.
Yeah, yeah, physically,
Physically.
physically. Because she was saying that, well, she can go for so long, and it's like, okay, yeah, my legs are on fire.
Mhm.
So how's it
it,
for you?
well, I know my limits. So
Yeah,
that's that's
yeah.
that's why I have two pairs of skates.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So man, that's something. Okay, so okay, so that's why I got two pairs of skates. Okay, uh, when I'm doing things in my quad skates and I want to raise the bar,
Right.
I take the quads off, put the one wheels on,
Mhm.
just get some attention and everything. Go
Mhm.
around the rink. The
Mhm.
next thing I go in the middle of the floor, do a little something, and I disappear.
Mhm.
Then
Mhm.
I come back with my quad skates. They look down and see which ones I have on, the
Right.
quads or the
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
They probably like that the same person. You got
Right,
twin skating around here. So.
right. So I don't, I get tired in them, but I
Mhm.
Yeah.
don't, I push myself, but I don't
Hmm.
push myself like
Hmm.
Mhm.
I just gotta have these wheels on. I mean,
Yeah.
these skates on, and this is all
Right.
I'm gonna.
So you're
No,
not
no,
gonna go to exhaustion.
no,
You
no.
know when to stop
Yeah,
your
Mhm.
limits.
I'm gonna do so much, and then I'm gonna come out of them. And if I have to go back into them again, then I'll go back into them.
Mhm.
But I'm not gonna stay in them.
Mm.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So what else has been some of your accomplishments? Because you've done a lot.
A lot.
Like, well, before we do that, let me ask you this: has there ever been a time during your competition where you were like, "Man, I'm done. Can't nobody beat me. I'm the man. Forget y'all. I'm retiring.
Uh-huh.
So I ain't got to worry about nobody trying to come behind me.
Yeah.
Well, well, okay. So I have that attitude of I'm not gonna let anybody beat me.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, but I also have in my mind too that I can get beaten at any time.
Right.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't think that I'm invincible or anything like that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Um, I pray on it, and then I let it take its toll.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, so if I win, I win. If I don't,
Hmm.
hey, the better person won.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the last time you were in a competition? And would you
Okay,
do
so
it
you
This
now?
got
in
so you
Would
got
you
me
2002.
with
do it
the
again?
age. You got me with
Yeah.
the age
Well,
thing.
I ain't trying to
Okay,
put you out there like that, but I mean, hey.
okay. Well, go back to the age thing. I think I was like 24, 25 years old
Okay.
doing
Mm,
those pictures
Uh-huh.
mm,
when I had the hair and everything with the
Yeah.
locks.
Because
Okay,
even
so
back in
so
2002, even in the article, it was at that Atlanta competition. She was like, "We just want somebody else to win."
right. Exactly. Okay, then the question that you had
mhm. Yeah,
now.
yeah. Would you
Yeah.
do it again now? Would you compete
Compete.
again, or would you say,
No, I'm
"Nah,
through.
you through? You through?
I'm through,
Okay,
man.
okay,
Look, it's
okay."
time for me to sit back and watch the young bloods
Yeah,
come up
Yeah.
here and do their
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I mean, I had my time in the spotlight,
Mm,
cameos,
mm,
but for as me trying to hog the spotlight, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm going to just remove myself from it.
mhm,
Mhm.
mhm.
Somebody come up and challenge me, I'm gonna accept. But
Uh-oh,
Y'all
but
uh-oh.
heard that,
but
family?
but 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 I'm humbly
Yeah.
getting out of. I mean, I'm out of it. I love to see the, the younger generation, the generation up under me, and the ones up under them do what they do. That really put a smile to my spirit with that, um, because I can see it in their spirit. I can feel it.
Mhm,
They it's passion. So the ones that's doing it for the spotlight, doing it for the glory or whatever,
mhm.
yeah, I've been down that path too,
Mhm.
and you're gonna get tired of that real quick. You're gonna get
Yeah.
burnt
Yeah,
out on that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I mean, it's like, so after that, what you're gonna have, it's the art.
Mhm.
So focus on the art, you'll go a lot further than you
Yeah,
would if you try to do it for the fame or the glory or the
Mhm.
yeah,
spotlight or whatever.
yeah.
Which you may never get because
Right,
maybe in your hometown, but to
Mhm.
the levels that they probably have in their mind, they
Right,
never
right.
achieve
Yeah.
because I'm good at my town, but I'm not good on the national
right,
Mhm,
level.
right,
mhm,
right.
mhm.
And that's, oh man, that's taking it to a totally different plateau.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And along with the skill set, you have to also have. It's more to it than just having skills,
Mhm,
Yeah.
and you getting that type of recognition that a lot of people, such as Ice, the Breeze,
mhm.
Mhm.
um,
The elites.
yeah,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
elites,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm. Yep.
and
Mhm.
so on have. Uh, they put a lot of work into it,
Yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and they did it because they had the passion for it,
Mhm.
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know, and that's some of the things that we have in common that we always talk about. Reggie Gunn,
Mhm.
that's another person that's like, to me, is so underrated, man.
Mhm.
That dude there, I'll step aside. I'll go get me some popcorn and
Mhm.
soda and sit back and just watch him
Mhm.
all day.
Mhm.
Him, and then you got the new generation
Yeah.
Mhm.
of folks too. The
Yeah.
Yeah.
same thing with
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
So speaking of which,
Yeah.
and this is another question that I like to ask because for one, I'm nosy and I like to know people's opinion. So being that you grew up skating in your era. I'm not gonna say way back in the day, but I'm just gonna say your era.
Oh, that's what
Up,
you said.
oh wow.
well, and then coming up to now, um, there has obviously been a change in skating.
Yeah.
There's been a change in the mentality. It's been change in unity. So in what you've observed, well, tell us what you have observed. I'll just put it to you like that.
Yeah.
Too many self-centered people
Hmm.
Mm.
who think that everything revolves around them.
Hmm.
They don't want to give back. It's all about what they can take from it.
Hmm.
Um, they the attitudes, man. This
Hmm.
is just, we don't owe you nothing.
Hmm.
You're coming into
Mm.
our element.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You need to remain or go up under somebody that know
Hmm.
about humbleness.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
learn all that you can learn first before
Hmm.
you go out there and try to do, because your skill level ain't nothing if your attitude
How
sucks.
about
Yes,
that?
indeed.
How
Yes,
about that?
indeed. Yes, indeed. And you also should
Yeah.
know your history
Oh
too.
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
please know your
Yeah,
history
know
Yeah.
your history.
because I mean, you think that there's nothing out here besides what I did with this one wheel that's been created.
Yeah,
Mhm.
This the
yeah,
only thing that I know of that's been created that haven't been done.
yeah.
Mhm.
Um, everything else, it's been done.
Yeah.
You ain't
Right,
doing nothing
Mhm.
right.
special.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's
Yeah.
just a variation of what's
What
been
was
done because
already done.
everything gets
Yeah,
repeated,
Yeah.
just like with dancing.
right,
Yeah.
You know, a
Yeah.
lot
right.
of the dances they're
Mhm.
doing now, they
Mhm.
look
They was doing the
odd,
funky
but
chicken and they add
They,
something to it.
yeah, they just call it something else. You
Yeah.
know,
right.
you
It's
know.
man, look, it's a lot of things that uh, my generation of people
Hmm.
have done that we forgot about
Hmm.
that's been reacted
Yeah,
Mhm.
or
yeah,
been brought back up now.
yeah.
We're
Yeah.
like, man, we remember when we
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah, part of the problem, and this is what Breeze had touched on, you didn't have the technology back then to
Yes,
Right.
record those
that's
things,
right.
Right.
you
That's
know.
right.
Mhm.
So
You hit that right.
yeah, it wasn't about being seen, it wasn't
Mhm.
about the likes, it wasn't
Mhm.
about the follows, it was about you wanting to skate.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's what it was about. But as I've mentioned quite a few times that you guys may have heard
Mhm.
on the interviews or seen in the
Mhm.
videos, the problem is the addiction to attention,
Mhm.
Oh,
because
Yeah.
that's one of the strongest drugs right now, and I will
Mhm.
keep saying that that's the most powerful
Yeah.
drug right now
Yeah.
in the society is
Mhm.
attention.
yep.
Yeah.
And unfortunately that's what is driving a lot of people, and they're starting
Mhm.
to forget about, you know what,
The art.
yeah, I really enjoy, I do
Mhm.
this for myself. I
Yeah.
don't do this for, the
Mhm.
recognition, or I don't go to the rink to look cute. I don't, I
Mhm.
do it because this is what I love to do,
That's
and
right.
this is my passion.
Right. I eat, sleep. I do everything when it come down to skating. Even when I'm an over the road truck driver. So even when I'm over the road, I'm thinking about skating,
Hmm.
something that's dealing with
Mhm.
skating, whether it's
Hmm.
on the business end of it
Mhm.
or if it's on the recreational end of it.
And we want to thank you because
Oh,
you're essential and you're
Yes.
bringing us our stuff.
you're
So you're
welcome.
out there on the front line. So we,
Mhm.
we humbly thank you for being out there and putting your
You're
stuff
welcome.
out
Most
there each and every
Not a problem. And I,
day.
yeah. Oh yeah, y'all. Okay, so I want to give special shouts out to Manzi Hunter
Mhm.
because she is my road dog and
Mhm.
she's also my Uber. Taking me
She's off.
around
Yeah,
after
she's
she get
off
off of work.
camera.
Right. After she got off work, she came by, picked me up for the truck and took me around when we got something to eat, came on up here to the
But she's
radio
expecting
station.
that ballroom
Yeah, oh,
session
oh
now.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, she's off camera, so y'all can't see her. She
Yes.
want to be on camera, but this is a good example of how the skate community was way back when. It was like
Right.
you can go out of
Yeah.
town, you
Unity.
can stay
Yes.
at somebody's
Yeah.
house.
Yep.
Unity.
There was no problems, there was no
Mhm.
Nothing.
issues, there was no
Yeah.
secondary thoughts. It was just, hey, look, we family.
Yeah.
Where you from? Oh,
Mhm.
okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
And you skate.
Come on,
So
I got you.
Yeah.
therefore, and that's because we
Mhm.
have the common ground of skates.
Right.
Skating
Hmm.
is the common ground for
Mhm.
us coming together.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, so it don't matter if I knew you or not.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, matter of fact,
Hmm.
the guy one of the helpers I had work with me yesterday,
Mhm.
Hmm.
he was a skater.
Oh, nice,
So
Okay.
I was
nice.
like, he's 60 years old. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I say, yeah, I skate. I roller skate. I said, I do extreme freestyle skating too.
Mhm.
So he was like, oh yeah, I don't believe that. He said, I skate. I used to skate and so on. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went and broke out some stuff for him. He's
Mhm.
like, well, I'll be, man, that's dope. So yeah, and so it's like you never know who you come across that's a
Yeah.
skater,
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
and that by you having a different type of common ground besides uh, the field that you're in,
Mhm.
Correct.
you know that that just brings you a little bit closer than most folks that don't even skate.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yeah.
you can have somebody that don't know nothing about skating,
Mhm.
and you real cool with that person, but
Mhm.
this person that you cool with over here,
Mhm.
you have some more in common with because you got to skate over here. So we have more to talk about,
Right.
more to do, and everything versus this person over here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Now you've done quite a bit of traveling. So
Yeah.
where are some of the places
Yeah.
that you've actually been during your skate career and showing off
Mhm.
your luscious locks
Uh-huh.
and your pretty feet and all the other good stuff? So
yeah, I know,
Yeah,
right?
that's after.
So I got to put that back up.
Yeah.
so so
Okay,
where are some
so
places you've been?
well, I mean, I hit I hit California, New
Mhm.
York. Um, Matter of fact, I did New York when for this commercial that we was doing. It was like a Pepsi one commercial that we
Mhm.
was doing
Yeah.
up there. I hit that. You know, we were setting up for a Pepsi one commercial and so on. And the the people, the camera guys up there that, you know, this is what they do now.
Mhm.
Right.
Now me and my DJ Wiz,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
G Wiz that is.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he the
Gee
one set it
whiz.
all up for us
Right.
Mhm.
because I mean, again, going into a totally different story, but
Mhm.
uh, he set it up. We went up there. Uh, he had a guy that was into the field of commercials, and he was also an investor too,
Okay.
and so on. So he flew us up there, put us up in the hotel, and made sure that he spoiled us. I took my massages that I had, and I took G Wiz massages because he didn't want it, so I
Uh-huh.
took his too.
Uh-huh.
Like
He
foot
didn't.
massages or just regular massage?
No,
Full
it was the
body.
full body
Oh, okay,
massage,
okay,
man.
okay.
You had the stones and everything. So
Okay.
I did it all. So I'm like,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
yeah. So um, he said, no, you do it because you the one that's gonna be on the camera doing all the work. So I took heed to everything, did it.
Mhm.
Uh, so when I was on set, they uh they was like they was like, huh? So you on one wheel, huh?
Mhm. Yeah.
So this sim over here thinking,
Mm.
like, what can he
What?
do next? Because I
Mhm.
Yeah.
was doing everything he was naming or saying, can you do this? Can you do that?
Mhm.
Mhm.
I did, and I did
Right.
more. And G Wiz was like, well, why don't you all just let him do him, and
Yeah.
Right.
you'll see all the stuff that he
Right.
can do.
Mm.
Okay, so that's what ended up happening.
Mm.
Because I kept looking at G Wiz, I said, man, will they just let me go ahead and
Yeah.
just do what I
Do
need
my
to do?
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
so here it is. I'm on top of a table, a
Mm.
small table,
Mm.
uh, and I'm spinning on
Mm.
that table on my one wheels.
Mm.
Okay now.
Mm.
So, it's like they was done.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
They
Let
was
me ask
done.
you this. We've actually spoken to some people who have been in like movies and
Yeah.
films,
Mhm.
and they
Yeah.
talk about how Hollywood don't allow you to really be you
Yeah.
Mhm.
when you're
Yeah.
wanting
Mhm.
to really, express the art form. So,
Yeah, they downplay it
yeah.
Mhm.
a
So,
lot.
do you have any stories about that? Well, I guess the roll bounce
But
one
yeah,
Yeah.
that
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 was
would
was
that's
kind of went
that
about. Yeah,
was yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
that was the one that hurt me the most.
Hmm.
Mhm.
But I got over it because I realized that okay, I was before their time.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and I'm still ahead of the game because
yeah.
I've been skating on one wheel since '97,
Hmm.
Right.
and it's 2020 now. I mean,
Hmm.
West 20.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you do these type of events, do you have any footage? Like, were you able to have your personal footage, like for the Pepsi commercial, for Roll Bounce? Did you have any personal footage that you can for yourself?
I well, it's actually on the YouTube channel. So
Okay.
when you look up uh, Leo White one wheel roller
Mhm.
on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see it'll go to that green. It got the green room behind the
Right.
green screen
Mhm.
behind it. So yeah, I have that, and I have pictures.
Mhm.
Even with me being in Central Park, I even got a picture of George Clinton biking there.
Hey.
Hey, okay, okay.
Because he
Okay.
he was in Central Park skating because he
Mm,
liked to skate too.
All
mm,
right
mm,
now.
Yeah.
mm.
So.
But we go.
I didn't want to say anything because I thought you were going to say
Oh.
something. But I wanted
Usually,
to say
usually I
that
do the whole talking. I'm like, ooh, what's
yeah,
the?
because I don't, because then I would have to say, excuse me. But I know, like, you had so many, we were talking about the loss and then all of your dreams, your aspirations, and how you do things systematically, it seems like. And one of the things that you wanted to do that you said in your article was to have a clothing line like
Oh.
Nelly. Nelly is my boy. And you and Han and her.
Man, yeah, yeah. Actually, I am working on that now. I have samples
Okay.
of different logos that well, there's one logo, but the different symbols that I'm going to come out with on the
Mhm.
clothing line,
Right.
and it's going to be matching sets.
Mhm.
So it's not going to be okay. We have T-shirts or we have
The shorts.
trousers or whatever. We're going
Mm-hmm.
to have matching sets
Mhm.
because people like to if you're going to do it right,
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
professionally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah.
And that's going to be with jackets,
Mm-hmm.
uh, hats,
Mhm.
the whole nine. I'm gonna do the whole thing. I'm not shortchanging anything.
Mhm.
So are you gonna model in that? Because you said you wanted to be a model too.
Well,
Hey,
that's
yeah.
that
I
takes
mean,
that.
but that was
No,
back in the day.
but
I'm talking about your own line
yeah,
though.
well,
Your
yeah.
own line of hair bundles, your own line of dreadlock bundles. That's what we.
Yeah, because you well, so
Yeah, actually,
you still have your bundles, right? Your
actually, I
dreads,
yeah,
your
actually, I
locks.
will. I will model my own line. If I don't model my own line, then
Okay.
that's showing a sign of me not believing in my own product.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So I'm matter of fact, once I get started, that's all I'm going to wear.
All right now.
Whether I mean, even when it come down to suits, because I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to have suits made
Okay.
too. So I'm a upper skill. That's right.
nice,
Wow.
nice, nice. Now you also have another product that you're working on. Do you want to
Mm-hmm.
talk about it,
Your
or you want to?
project.
Oh yeah, talk about it.
Yeah.
Which is
Let's
really
talk
really
about
dope.
it.
Well, I'm gonna let you talk about it because we actually say I was like, wow, that's
Yeah.
that's 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 dope. But see, again, this is why we like to have people on here who are movers and shakers in the skate
Right.
community, who are doing things to try to move the culture forward. Because we have to be moving this culture forward. We have to,
Absolutely,
you know,
absolutely.
because if it's sitting still, it just ain't gonna go nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, again, back in '97 was when I started the One Wheels, and even when it came down to skating competition, okay, so I was undefeated before I came out with the One Wheels, and
Mm-hmm.
after the One Wheels, you can just hang it up. So that when they
Right.
seen
yeah.
me, they already knew that okay, skating contest,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna come out with the One Wheels. I'm
Mhm,
not gonna win. He's
mhm,
gonna win. That's it.
mhm.
Right.
So because I'll do what they do, and then I'll do mine.
Okay.
That's
you know.
hurtful.
Yes.
That's
Ouch.
hurtful. Yeah. I'd have been like, all right, yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom. I just go home. It's like, forget
We're just like that. Just walk
it.
out.
Then just walk out like, yeah, I don't even care.
Yeah. So I mean, and doing national skate parties, I would have my skates with me. So that's just extra weight,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
extra stuff to carry, and you have
Right.
to look. I mean, I don't have to worry about nobody stealing the One Wheels because
What they
What
gonna
they
do in
gonna do
one
with
week?
it?
right, exactly, exactly. Okay, so but when I do shows and I put on performances and everything, I got to go from my quad skates to my one wheel. And while I'm doing that, I need props out there. I need people to keep the audience attention while I change it to my other skates,
Mm,
Right.
and that usually takes a while. So
mm,
I said, okay, well, I want to combine my quads with my one wheels
mm,
and have it to where I can do everything with one. So while I'm out there performing, I can still change into my one wheels, do a transition from quads to two wheels to a one wheel.
mm,
And I came up with the idea. Well, actually, God blessed me with the ideal again of designing a pair of skates that would interchange from quad skates to a two wheel to a one wheel.
mm,
Okay, and it's at the push of a button, a mechanism, the backs come off, and then you'll be on your front two wheels. Then we got a mechanism in the front that releases the another wheel in the front, and now you're
Mm.
on one wheel. And when you finish,
That's dope.
and
That's dope. That's dope.
when you finish, you know, no tools needed. Just snap them back on.
Yeah, that's
That's
dope. Like,
amazing.
yeah, I got the convertible skates. What y'all got? I got the convertibles. Yeah.
and
So
and so this is going to be independent of any
Oh yeah,
manufacturer.
I'm
I mean,
not.
of any
I'm not.
Rydell or anybody.
No,
You're going
I'm
straight independent.
right. I'm I'm going in the opposite direction of
Mhm.
what most people did
mm,
or I've done in the
Mhm.
past.
Mhm.
I realized I paid attention to what how their ordeal came about and how it really didn't. I didn't see no change in their life
mm, mm,
and they upcomings.
Mhm.
So I um I said no, I don't want to go that route. I don't want to go that direction.
Mhm.
Let me do everything I can myself,
Mhm.
and hopefully I'll hook up with somebody, partner up with the right people,
Mhm.
mm,
and put it out there right.
yeah.
So um, basically, I have it patent pending, and I am looking to make this product a part of the X Games and the Olympics.
Mm,
Mhm.
mm,
This is what this is getting geared up towards.
mm.
At the same time, um, without me putting too much information out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. We don't want you to put too much information out, but that's
So
dope
that
because
you're working towards that.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
you're thinking that's far
yeah,
in
you're not
advance.
just like thinking about what's here.
And
Is like
yeah,
further down the line.
Right. See,
yeah.
So that's great.
I'm going down the same path as what um, 50 Cent and
Mhm.
Dr. Dre,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and where it got them.
Right.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
they made hundreds of millions and a billion off
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm thinking along the lines of that
Yeah.
Yeah.
versus the
Yeah.
lines of
Yeah.
how how they want you to think.
Right.
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 Yeah.
That's gonna be amazing. I mean, we said this on one show before. I said somebody needs to put roller skating in the Olympics, and now here you are.
I'm working on it
Here
in
you are.
more than one way. I'm trying to
Right.
beat them. I'm trying to knock on the front door, the back door,
Mhm.
the side doors, and
Right.
I'm climbing the windows too.
Yeah.
But it's
Hey,
gonna
ain't no
be
wrong
the
with that.
ballroom style.
Exactly. The
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
ballroom, you got the ballroom, you got the one
Mm-hmm.
wheel action for
Mhm.
the X Games and stuff like that. Then
Okay.
you have uh, the the
Mm-hmm.
ballroom skating for the Olympics, dealing with the quad skating and
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
That
So,
has to be a process
hey,
to,
phew, yeah.
because
Yeah.
not only when you introduce something, then there has to be like in any sport, there has to be the judging. So that means you have to come up with some kind of scale that they
guidelines.
have
Yep,
to follow in order to rate this
absolutely.
new.
You have to have the name of the moves that you're going to register, and you have to know how they work. You know,
Mhm.
you have to know how it go,
Mhm.
and 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 how clean it is. It has
Right.
to be clean
Mhm.
because you can do it sloppy,
Mhm.
and somebody that don't know no better think
Right.
you're doing good,
Right.
but somebody that know better know that oh no, that was sloppy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Mm.
uh, when it come down to that, that's what I'm working on now. I'm
Yeah.
developing the guidelines for it
Mhm.
so I can make it a professional type of deal.
Mhm.
So when I come out and do, because I will be doing ballroom skate competitions
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
so on. I'm going to
Mhm.
bring that up. That's going to be part of my
Your brand.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and to hopefully just like they got think you can dance and all this
Right.
talent, you
Right.
got talent and everything. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have one like that for
Mhm.
ballroom and have it to where we'll eventually with the corporate sponsorship and
Mhm.
everything,
Mhm.
Mhm.
getting it on the networks and all, we're gonna make it a part of the the Olympics.
Yeah. I,
So it's a format.
I
Yeah.
personally don't see why we don't have our own personal reality show. Because let's face it, the skate
Yeah.
world got a whole bunch
Oh,
of drama
they
in it.
sure
I mean,
can.
they got housewives, they
I
got
know.
grandmas, they got
I like
aunties
that.
of real
Housewives of roller skating.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
Why not?
so why not? You know, but it would be good if we did it and we kept it in the
In-house.
community.
But
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
in-house.
but
in
it
house.
but if it doesn't have controversy, it's not gonna go anywhere.
It's gonna go.
Yeah.
We have plenty of controversy.
Plenty of
We
it.
got plenty of
Plenty
controversy.
of it.
Some controversy you just have to ignore, you
Yeah,
Yeah.
know,
yeah.
Yeah.
and keep yourself above that,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
Then you have others that you kind of like entertain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because
Definitely
I be hearing
entertaining.
stuff about myself. I'm like, wait, what? Really?
Was I
Like,
there?
like what? Like, for
Bel-
real? Like,
right.
hey,
See, and that goes back
Yeah.
to the people that want to be seen, the
yes,
attention
Yes.
grabbers
the
and
attention.
everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, when you
Mhm.
get in the front and you in the spotlight
Mhm.
and you get all this attention on you, it's good. Why it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But when it get bad, where you at? Are you
Yeah.
still in the front?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Or you tucking tail and you going to hide somewhere
Yep.
until
Mhm.
Until it
withers
boil
over?
over.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
See, I stayed in the front the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Several other folks stayed in the front the whole time.
Mhm.
So it's like, and we ain't asked for this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is just what it is, and this is part of the thing. And it's you having to weather the storm
Yeah.
and know that this is bigger than you. This is the passion that you have for it, and the same, and other folks that feel like you feel the same way, and believe it or not, they may not say it in front of everybody else, but they'll tell you, "Hey, look, I'm with you, man. I feel where you coming from. I know
Mhm.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Stick in there. I
Mhm.
got you. Don't worry about it. You won't have to be seen in order to know that I got you.
Yeah.
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 You
Yeah.
know,
That actually means a lot more
yeah,
sometimes
Yeah.
than just getting recognition.
yeah, because you got a lot of folks that don't want to be in the spotlight. They
Yeah.
want to stay away from
I
this.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
Yeah.
feel like
I want the spotlight when it's necessary for me to have the spotlight. Meaning that when I'm doing the work of the Lord,
Mhm.
I want to be in the spotlight because I got something that I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a purpose. So
Mhm.
this is a purpose for me. This skating is a stepping stone for me for the real purpose that He have for me. I have to get
Right.
their attention,
Mhm.
Right.
for Him.
Right.
So uh, if I'm skating on quad skates like everybody else,
Mhm.
I'm not going to get that much attention.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But if I take it to that ultimate level where they like, man, that's impossible.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're gonna split that word up. Now it's impossible,
Mm-hmm.
but it's through impossible through the eyes of the
Mm-hmm.
Lord.
Right.
Okay,
Mhm.
so now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything is possible. You can do
Mhm.
anything that you want.
Mhm.
That's that's when I have the spotlight, and that's when it's not me talking anymore. It's Him.
Right.
See, I'm just a vessel, and I'm allowing Him to use my voice to get His words across to whoever it is he's trying to reach.
Mhm.
He have that direct line with them
Yeah.
Right.
because they asked for that,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and He's going to answer it without me knowing what it was that He's telling them
Right.
that they
Right.
asked for. That's a personal
Mhm.
Right.
conversation with them, but it'll be confirmed
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
uh, through me
Mhm.
to them.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
There's the vessel.
There you go. There you go. There you
Yep.
go. Now you also have some other stuff up here,
Yeah.
so let's go over that real quick because I don't want to hold you up too long. Because I mean, we could have you
We
here.
can stay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something. I haven't eaten and I'm hungry.
I, know-
So
hey, I hear you. I hear you. Well, the documentary that I'm a part of, I'm proud to be a part of, dealing with St. Louis history
Mhm.
Okay.
because we had said something about the
Yeah.
history and
Yeah.
everything. You have to know
Definitely.
your history.
Definitely.
Me and my partner G Wiz, DJ G Wiz, we made this documentary called The Rink.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is uh, a history. This is St. Louis history. The people that paved the way for people like me
Mhm.
and Tina and others to do what we do.
Mhm.
Brian Morris, like I said before, my mentor, who I studied up under, that was on the front two wheels, passed the baton on to me
Mhm.
in this documentary.
Mm.
Okay.
So it makes it
Okay.
even
Yeah.
more special because he passed the baton on to me in here,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
I had it ever since, waiting to pass it on to the next generation. So
And can you see that on all platforms
Yeah, I
and
was about to
streaming?
ask.
yes,
Yeah,
Hmm.
yes,
yeah, yeah. What platforms is it available on? Because
um,
stuff like this,
Yeah.
the skaters really need to see this type
Yeah.
of stuff. You know, just like with the Roller Dreams. That's a
right,
movie that you have to watch. This is
Hmm.
another movie that is you have to watch because
The
it's
race.
yes,
history. This
yes,
Yeah.
is history.
absolutely. Well, right now we're about to get ready to put it out there again. This has
Mhm.
been out since 2009.
Okay.
We actually was entered into the film festival,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and we took
Yeah.
first place in the
Out, 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 out.
we took first place in the St. Louis Film Festival, and we sold out in the theater too
Hmm.
for that. And
You got the metal skates on there. Them ain't yours, is they? Because them look like you gonna need a shot afterwards wearing
you,
them things.
you know, those street keepers.
Wow. Wow.
Yep. And so it was into the International Film Festival in New York.
Hmm.
We also was entered into we was accepted into this South Africa Film Festival too.
Hmm.
So it's being put into all this the libraries right now,
Okay.
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 which
Mm.
is that's a milestone
Yeah,
right
that's
Yeah.
there.
major.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely.
when you're doing
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
So we were very proud of that. Um, and we're working on other avenues. We sold out of all the DVDs that we had, so
Mm.
but he is planning on doing a reunion.
Okay.
And by the way, he's the when I say he, that's DJ G Wiz.
Hmm.
He's the executive producer. I'm the co-producer of it.
Okay.
Is that the
So
one that was in the picture
y- no,
in the
he's
back? Okay.
No.
that's the one I was telling you about that
Mhm.
Hmm.
actually uh, for that commercial,
Okay.
dealing with the
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
commercial.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
Okay.
the one set all that up for me
Okay.
Okay.
and
Okay.
everything.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we got that, and also we're we're in the midst of, if this pandemic is ever get
Going.
over,
Yeah.
Hmm.
we we're supposed to do a party overseas in Amsterdam.
Mm.
Hmm.
Uh,
Mm.
I'm supposed to do the ballroom skate workshop, and he's going to do the main event, DJ the main event over there in Rotterdam
Mm.
at Skate Fever, which is the name of the
Hey.
skating rink that we,
Skate fever.
Hey.
man, hey, look,
And y'all need to support.
y'all need to go over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are lovely folks.
Mm.
They will take good care of you.
Yeah.
Uh, I love them to death.
Mm.
And you traveled to Barcelona
Yes,
to skate.
Barcelona,
Yeah.
and from the skate party over here, Skate Fever,
Yeah.
we're gonna leave from there and go straight on over to Barcelona, where you got Michelle Barrios,
Mm.
Hmm.
uh, beautiful woman, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So Barcelona, skate love.
Mm.
Barcelona is it's going to be in September too as well.
Hmm.
So uh, if this thing behind us or come
Hmm.
behind, get behind us, let's focus on trying to go over there. They're going to show much love for us, man.
Yeah.
They are looking for us to come over there.
Mm.
We have so much to offer them, and they have so much offer us in return as
Yeah.
well.
Mm.
Definitely. So
So
what is where's this gonna be? Because I'm being
okay,
nosy.
so okay, so hopefully coming up in July,
Mhm.
I have Super Roll in Cali with Mainstream.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
so
Cool.
so I supposed to do the ballroom being
Okay.
I'm doing the ballroom and um, my mind just went blank.
In Cali. In
Okay,
Cali.
so yeah, I'm doing the ballroom in Cali
Mhm.
in July, towards the end, well, the mid of July for Super Roll, and we have I cannot think right now, man. Hey, don't hold it against me, man.
Charge it
Don't
to his
hold it
mind,
against
not to
me.
his heart.
Yeah,
But you do
please.
offer ballroom classes, and people
Yes.
can call you and contact you if they want to set up ballroom classes for their location if they're having an event or just want to do it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that done changed.
Okay, I was asking.
so
Okay.
so actually they well they can contact me and I'll have to redirect them to who they need to talk to about that. I have management in place of that. So
Okay.
so
Oh,
therefore
Okay.
superstar status. Superstar
Superstar
status.
status.
Superstar
Don't be
status.
just calling me. I got a
You
manager.
know? You know?
well not just
Yo,
Yeah.
people, how about
not
that?
not just a manager, but I have a management
The
team.
manager.
I have a
Management
Okay.
management
team.
The
He
team.
got he
management
got a whole
team.
Yeah,
production.
Okay. But
yeah,
I mean, but with all that he's doing, there would be no reason for you not have management because
right,
Right.
there's so
Yeah.
many moving parts and
exactly.
you
And
know, for you not to get lost because even with like these movies and things and I ask people this all the time. Okay, you shot this movie and they paid you for the day, but what about the residual? They're
Mhm.
making
right,
millions of dollars today for something
exactly.
you did 10 years ago.
I
Yeah.
learned that
And you
mistake with
probably
roll
made
bounce.
that
Right.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You
And when
know,
you sign those releases, you let them use your likeness
that's
for
that's why I have a awesome manager by the
Mhm.
name of Ice.
ice.
Ice. Ice. The name comes
Ice.
up all in
I know
every interview
almost
that
every
we have.
interview.
His name comes up, but
Ice
we've
from
actually had him
Philly.
on here. Dope dude, very
Yeah.
dope guy,
Yep.
very dope guy.
Yes,
So,
yes. See,
Yep.
and the thing about it, he's very knowledgeable,
Mhm.
and we have millions of talks about conversations about all the stuff that I'm doing,
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
and I'm listening to him, and
Mhm.
I'm executing them,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
and it's working for me. And I'll be a fool not to have him as my manager.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And the fact that he knows the world of roller
yeah.
skating and how to maneuver it, it
Mhm.
would be crazy to get somebody outside of this arena who
Yes,
Ab-
it
can't
would.
guide
Who
you like
can't
he
do it?
has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Absolutely.
like the Tyler Perry of road skate.
How about that?
Yes. You trying to do commercials, movies, and etc. Even shows or whatever. Okay, well, yeah, you doing that, but you're not covered. Okay,
Yeah.
Right.
you don't have what type of union do you have? So
Mhm.
you have to look at SAGs and after.
Yes.
He's in them.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, so he know how to
Maneuver the
and make
system.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I mean, come on, this
Yeah.
That
man
was
just
the same thing with Rock and Richard when we
Yeah.
had
uh huh.
him on
Yeah.
and he
Rockin'
said that
Richard, yes,
he had did the Gong Show
uh
and they
huh,
were talking about the union and he was just like I just came
Yeah.
down here to skate but he
Yeah.
said it was a basically it was a pivotal moment because
Mhm.
that provided for him
yep,
for years,
yes,
and
yes.
it allowed him to live
Mhm.
good,
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I need to get on a show or something, and
See,
something, you know?
see, and that's the purpose that I have right there. What
Yeah.
you're
Hmm.
saying there about
Yeah.
residuals,
Yeah,
because
Yeah.
I want to educate my people as a whole
hmm,
about
Mhm.
the three basic checks that's going to set them up with a legacy
hmm,
Mhm.
and keep them paid for the rest of their lives.
hmm,
Yeah.
And that'll be copyrights, trademarks, and patents.
hmm,
Mhm.
Okay. Everybody's looking at a building and the land as being the property.
hmm,
Mhm.
You're looking at it wrong. It's not that's not the property. That's the property they want you to focus on.
hmm,
The
Mhm.
real property is the ownership of trademarks, copyrights, and patents.
Mhm.
You get residuals from them for the rest of your life versus building land, they depreciate.
yeah,
Mhm.
sure,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but they
dude,
can't
yeah,
take what belongs to you. That's in your
hmm,
name. That's undeniable, and they have to continue to pay you if they want to use
That's
your
why
name.
you have to go with
Yeah.
the patent, trademarks, and
Yeah.
copyrights.
Yeah.
That's ownership. That's
Yeah.
showing you have real property.
Right.
That's real property.
Mhm.
Okay. So now you exist.
Mhm.
Right now, for the
Yeah.
ones that don't have it, it's like we we That's right. We exist in the world,
Mhm.
but we're not living in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got to get from existing in the world to living in the world now.
Mhm.
So you need to know your worth. You need to know uh, you need to know you before you can
Mhm.
go anywhere else
Yeah.
first. You need to
Yeah.
start off with you
Mhm.
and then venture out. Okay.
Yeah. And that's just so insightful because just like you said with the property, you can own a property, but if you don't pay the taxes, they'll come back and get your property. So it
Yeah.
really doesn't belong to you,
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly. That's all. That's a mirage or something. The
Yeah.
illusion to
Mhm.
have you not focus on what they're focused on.
Right. The end
Okay.
game.
Right. So the elite or that 1%
Mhm.
has ownership over everything,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and you leasing from them. You renting from them. You when you pay taxes, that's rent.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, oh, I own this. Well, what's this thing called property tax?
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you
Mhm.
own it, you shouldn't have to pay it no more.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So,
Wow. Wow.
woo.
Definitely some knowledge in there. Because I'm learning a couple
I
things myself.
know. I
You
know.
know,
Dropping knowledge.
man.
So what are some of the other because
And
you've been all over the world.
shout out
You
to Skate City,
yeah.
for them blessing me and recognizing me and giving me with an award too, as well as Sparkles and T and Kojak and
Come on, you know
Hold
I'm
Atlanta
this
holding
up.
stuff for
family.
the
Yeah, you got
camera. We
hold up
can't.
camera.
They got a
Yeah.
camera
And
right
then,
here.
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Okay. All right.
Yep. So this is
Mr. Two Wheeler.
Skate City, St. Louis, Illinois, recognizing me for skating on my two wheels.
Mhm.
That was back in 2014. Then I have one with Sparkles with T and Kojak them
Mm.
coming from Atlanta. Yes, you was
Mm.
down there. Vanjie was down there with me with this one. Yes, yes. Because I was shocked that I was even getting. I was running my mouth and everything.
And they
Next thing,
calling your
yeah,
name.
they called my name. I'm like, huh, and I didn't even know I was getting up for. And it was this. That was T and Kojak.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I love my Atlanta family. I love you all so much. And another one with ACT
Mhm.
STL team dealing with cancer and sickle cell.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Wow.
Okay,
Pull
so
here real quick.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
no, you
cancer
good.
and sickle cell. So
Nice. We got your picture on.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right. So
Right.
Yeah.
I was really
That's dope.
pleased with that.
That's dope.
So I really appreciate the recognition that I get from
Mhm.
folks. And it's like, I'm not doing this for the recognition just
Mhm.
to put it down on record. I'm doing this because I love it and I want to see it evolved,
There you go.
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know, into something more than where we are right
Mm-hmm.
now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Our ancestors or the people before us brought it to this level. Now it's and we got it from from the level that we picked it up from there and brought it to this level. So now it's time for us to get ready to see what the next generation is going to do for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
Continue to
speaking
elevate.
of the next generation,
Mhm.
what advice would you give the next
Yeah.
generation that's coming up?
Yeah.
remain humble first and foremost.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Remain humble. Do not be selfish with your gift. Okay. No,
Mm.
first of all, uh, realize that your gift is a blessing from God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In order for you to receive any more gifts, you have to relinquish or pass on your gifts that you have to someone else
Mm-hmm.
so that you can make room for new gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's where when I said earlier, um, my generation and ones
Mhm.
before, we know so many different things. We forgot more than what we know
Yeah.
Mhm.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that goes back to the blessings. We have
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
blessings, and I want to make sure that I leave when I leave here. I want to leave here knowing that I made a difference
Mm-hmm.
here in the
Mhm.
skate community,
Mm-hmm.
and not just the skate community, but in the community period as a
Yeah.
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah.
You know.
Well,
Wow.
I would
That's
definitely say
dramatic.
you on the right track.
Yeah.
You're on
Definitely.
the right
Yeah.
track
So
because
selfless.
you
Yeah.
motivated me. I'm like, I need to grow my hair. I need to get my feet
You need to
right.
get some goals.
Yeah. I need to work on my goals because my hair falling out. So they must not be
I
Uh-oh.
working
don't know
too
if it works
Uh-oh.
backwards with the feet.
Uh-oh.
nah, but in all seriousness, though, I'm just gonna say you're definitely putting an impact on the skate community.
Thank
Definitely,
you.
And
definitely.
for
Try.
all of the ones that are coming up, you guys really need to get to know the history, get to know some of the ones like, Leo, you got Ice, Breeze, all of them. Just sit down and have a conversation with them.
B1. Yeah,
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 B1.
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, sit down
yeah,
and have a
yeah.
conversation with him. Yeah,
yeah.
B1. He's a
Man,
new
that's a
old
talent.
school.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a
Yeah,
talented
yeah,
brother,
yeah,
man.
yeah. We
yeah.
actually
He
just spoke with him, and
he
very
is
good dude.
he is such a factor in the skate community. People don't even know just how much of a factor that man
He's
is.
done a lot.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh
he's
yeah.
done a lot. So yeah, so we have a lot of talent out there, and we just need to learn how to tap into
Yes.
Hmm.
it.
Yes.
And
And
again,
receive it. Know how to
yes,
receive
yes,
it.
Yeah.
receive it,
Oh
Yeah.
man. So
receive
Yeah.
it.
could I say this right
Yeah,
quick with
Go
this?
sure.
ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
so receiving. I'm glad you said receiving because when it comes down to people knowing how to receive a gift, let's say when you receiving a gift, when I receive a gift from God, I I look at it, I accept it. How do I accept it? By acknowledging it,
Hmm.
knowing that it exists. That's how you accept the
Hmm.
gift. Okay, now what you gonna do with that gift? You're going to have to meditate on it, map it out, plan it out, write it down on paper, make it make sense to you, execute it next.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Trials and tribulations until you get it right.
Hmm.
Once you get it right, uh, it becomes more than you accepting it. It becomes a part of you
Yes.
Right.
because now you done mastered it.
Hmm.
And that's the name of the game. When God give you something, He don't give you one; He give you many,
Hmm.
Hmm.
and within that many, so He gave me the one wheels. He gave me the talent of being able to skate.
Hmm.
Period. But look what that ventured into. So many different things, so many
Yes.
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
Right.
avenues.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
if that's not God, I don't know what is.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Well, you heard it here first.
And could I say, shouts out to my management team, Stacy, April, Black Diamond, Ice, my brother Calvin, um, and my ballroom skate partner, Jasmine, Miss Stylistic.
Wow. So y'all heard that. So you know where to go when you need to reach the brother.
That whole
You
circle of
gotta
people.
like you gotta
You
you're
got
gonna have to go through a line
Yep.
before you
gotta go to the chat.
Yep.
Well, we definitely appreciate you for stopping by.
I'm glad.
You
I'm
know,
glad to be here. I'm glad to be here.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, we could talk forever, but I know, y'all probably
Yeah,
like,
she
she's
looked like she
yeah,
tired.
about.
she.
Oh no,
Okay.
no.
No, but it's always good to speak to the skaters in the community and to put the information out there, the information
Yeah.
that needs to be heard. So definitely appreciate you.
Thank you.
You're always welcome back here.
Yeah.
Always welcome back. So
I'm looking forward to coming back.
yeah,
Yeah. I can't wait. And whenever you have something that's dropping, don't hesitate to send it to us. We'll always push your
Okay.
products.
most definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey,
Most
look,
definitely.
Yeah.
that believe me, you all on my radar. Yeah,
Thank
I
you
got
so
you.
much.
I
I
got you.
appreciate it.
When I have something
Mhm.
and you hearing it on here,
Yeah.
so it's on the radio station now.
Yeah.
Y'all hearing this? We got a whole bunch of
So we got you.
witnesses.
We got you.
You know, I got them. Right? Well, I'm gonna make sure that they taken care of.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Appreciate
You too, Manzi.
that. Well, we wish you traveling grace
Yeah.
as you get back on the road.
Thank
It was an honor to definitely have you here.
Yeah.
Definitely an honor, and I'm looking forward to seeing you skate again. Um, I just
I'm just tickled, man. I can't wait.
whenever we can get to
Right.
Yeah.
it. So, but
And you all are listening to Skater Connection. Boss Talk.
close, but you got it. We did.
radio.
We practiced
We practiced.
this. We
We
practiced this.
practiced this, man.
Right, we broke. We did. And I still got it wrong. And I can look at right at the doggone side and still have it wrong, huh? That just, hey, look,
Oh
Here we
man.
go.
I'm not good at everything.
That's all right. We all got our
So,
strengths and weaknesses,
yes.
so it's all good. But
Until we meet again,
Yes.
we will definitely
we
see
see
you
you
guys
on
on the
the
wood.
wood.